The first thing we have David Rossi do on the show is shoot a bird.
Come on, boy.
Gideon was a bird watcher and a bird lover, and it was like the most concrete way we could think of to immediately say, oh, this guy's not Gideon.
I'm coming in to see you this afternoon. Well, then cancel it. I'll be there at 2:30.
We didn't want the audience to think we were trying to replace Mandy, so we knew we wanted somebody to be the opposite, this character.
I really don't understand this, David.
What's to understand, Aaron?
There's a lot of bigness about him. He has a big ego.
I'm not looking for anyone's permission here.
He is one of the movers and shakers of this unit in the first place. One of the few who is responsible for putting this very unit together. He was there from day one.
He's left the FBI and become extremely successful.
World tours, speaking engagements, big payday, private consultations. You've made quite a name for yourself.
Not unlike the original BAU profilers. They're almost rock star-like.
How do you get used to the staring?
He's a guy that achieved a lot in his life, got to almost the pinnacle of success, and yet was not content to just stay there.
You've got it all memorized. His books, his bio.
Yeah, books have sold over 1 million copies.
So?
There's 1 million reasons not to come back, if you know what I'm saying.
What if one of those guys who was the founding father of the BAU came back? What would happen? What would those guys think about that?
It is such an honor to meet you, sir.
Reed and JJ have crushes on Rossi, apparently.
Sir, if I could talk to you later about your work with Scarsdale Skinner, psycholinguistics is an incredibly dynamic field, and the fact that your profile of his reading habits ultimately led to his capture is something I find so incredibly interesting.
Reed, slow down.
I think Dr. Reed's really impressed by him at first because he's read a lot of his books, and he definitely knows of the lore of David Rossi. You interviewed something like 45 serial killers, right?
Something like.
Today we've interviewed with over 1,000 offenders. Serial killers, child abductors, sex offenders. I'll go through it with you sometime if you like. Answer any questions.
Sounds good.
Gideon was very nurturing of Reed, and I think Rossi will eventually probably become that, but right now I think he's a little bit weirded out by his #1 fan working with him. Whatever happened to the moratorium on inter-team profiling, guys?
Come on, Reed, team. I don't think this guy knows the meaning of the word.
The idea of one of these characters coming back in, we thought could be something that could generate a lot of conflict.
Trust me, with an unsub like this, you need to throw him off his game. His hand needs to be forced.
I know that, Dave, but the point is you did it by forcing ours.
He's got an edge to him, too. He's not so much of a team player at first, but he learns how to be in this new BAU that he actually helped create.
I just figured the guy's walls would be covered with plaques and commendations.
Maybe he doesn't want to be reminded of past victories.
When you're doing one-shot deals, you do your research and you rely on those things that are unique to that character for that moment, for that project.
It's Renaissance art. If that's original.
Is it?
No, it's kind of hard to tell. It means he's into the classics.
If you get into a serious situation where it's conceivable you may be doing this for hours and hours and days and weeks and months and possibly many years, you want to be able to have a good handle on as much of aspects of that character as you can.
Italian, strict Catholic upbringing, he probably believes in redemption.
Well, I believe in a lot of things.
It was intentional to make the character an Italian-American, which I am, and then to draw on aspects of that.
Catholic, yes. Italian-American, 52 years. Strict upbringing, not so much. Now, the artwork, that's 15th century original. Cost more than my first house.
The fact that he's successful and is into art, I thought it would be, of course he'd be into Renaissance art. I mean, this guy, well, first of all, my real name is Mantegna, which is one of the great Italian Renaissance painters. So in other words, it becomes a wish list as much for Joe Mantegna as it is for David Rossi.
I saw Joe Mantegna on Broadway about 25 years ago. It was the original cast of David Mamet's Glengarry Glen Ross. I was mesmerized by this man's performance, and all I could think of was how am I going to get an opportunity to work with this actor. And so for me to have the opportunity to work with him after all these years, 25 years later, seeing him in this wonderful show on Broadway is really exciting.
How much do we love Joe Mantegna? We love Joe Mantegna. He is absolutely, from day one, he was so warm, so welcoming, so grateful to be here.
I don't think there's a person on this planet that has a bad thing to say about Joe Mantegna.
This is Agent Dave Rossi. We met yesterday.
It actually sounds like he's gotten thugs to menace all of us into saying what a great guy he is. The guy is just funny and nice and hardworking and obviously talented and a great actor. Every day, all day. No problems. Almost like too nice. That's Joe's problem. He's too nice.
That's it. Come on, come on.
He's fantastic. He's like such a person, as my grandmother would say. An incredibly generous actor and an incredibly generous person and funny and nice.
He is the most mellow guy. No ego, no attitude. He's here to work. He's here to have fun too, which is so important because we're a fun group.
We do like a pretty tough regimen of hazing. We made him drink a live goldfish the first week, and no, he's incredibly friendly. One of the more gregarious people I've ever met in my life.
It's funny when you work on a series, you build a sense of community because it's, you know, I've been doing this for almost 40 years now, and I've known what it's like to do plays and film and television and whatever, and each has their own dynamics. The closest thing to doing series television is doing like a long run of a play, and I know what it's like to be in a play for a year and a half even, and you really bond with those people. I don't think I could have put together a better scenario for myself in terms of personnel, starting right at the top, you know, with Eddie Bernero and all the other producers, the writers, obviously the cast. I couldn't have put it together better if I would have orchestrated it. And yet, it was one of those things where I get the phone call and who knows what I was going to be stepping into. As the line goes from the movie, somebody up there likes me, you know, seems like that. I'm looking forward to next year and beyond.